Okay, today I'm going to cover off custom skyboxes. I've downloaded, not a very high resolution one, but I've downloaded an EXR, basically a HDR formatted skybox. This is not a cube. The best one you could use is a cube, but a lot of the decent ones cost to buy. So I've gone for this. So I've created a Skybox default test FT file. I've specified where my glacial Skybox is in here. We've told it that it's going to be a HDR file, it's compressed and it's texture. Now, in an ideal world, as I said, we'd have a cube, but at the moment this is just a wraparound texture that we're really using. I've then gone in and created a number of other elements. So I've created myself a basic material here. So it's a sky lat long HDR, and I told it to use the FT that we created earlier on here. Something important, I've given it parameter, the sky size here, I've given it 65,000. I believe that would be a more appropriate things, but I need to play with the settings somewhat on this. The next bit, if I'm getting this in the right order, is I needed to create the default material, which is up here as well. In fact, I've already done that. So I created a default material. I did it twice in the end. I've just realised what I've done there. I ended up using the same sort of naming convention as Treyarch seems to have used, but I don't think it actually matters. You then create a Skybox. I've told it to use the standard LOD file here. The important thing is to pick the materials for my Skybox. I guess in an ideal world you'd create your own Skybox X model, but I don't think it's actually necessary, and I'm going to show you why I don't believe that is necessary. There's loads of other settings. I haven't even started to explore these at the moment. The important thing is to pick the material. So the material is what I've created here, which is basically, in essence, it's the same as this. I've just gone back to the naming convention Treyarch I've used. If I jump into the editor, we can start seeing this high-res texture. That doesn't look great because it's not high-res. This texture is not a really good resolution. It was only a 4 gig, it's a 4 meg file, and it's a Canadian glacier. But we can see this Skybox has come in. What we will also see is if we come out of the Skybox, this Skybox is the model. I'm not worried about that. If we go down to our Sunrush, we can then start thinking about the light states. So if we go back to our asset manager, and if I choose my sky states, I have a test sky state, and this is telling it to use the Skybox model that I've created, and that Skybox model is this one here, Skybox default test. So it's really simple. All I've done here, I've actually copied one of the day or morning one, I can't remember which, and I've just told it now to be my Skybox default test. And then when we go back to the editor, we can then choose that SSI light state for the number 1, and we end up with this is our Skybox. If I go to real-time lighting, we also can see it in real time. So this is what it actually would look like in game. It looks alright, it's doing a job. I'm not saying it's great because it's not a very good resolution Skybox, but it does work. I've not compiled it into game. I'm more than confident this will work when I do compile this into game. This was just purely a test construct to test that I could actually put a custom Skybox in easily. Thanks to Johan for letting me tap up his brain a bit and check that I hadn't lost my marbles when I was doing this, but I think I've got it right, and it's looking good. And that was it. It was a short video on Skyboxes, but I think if you want to create anything really nice and custom, find a really nice cubed HDR format and then you'll have even more files. If I go to my Steam library, if we look at say we look at this one, you end up with this is the cubed format, so you end up one for the back, down, front, left, right, and up, and it pulls all that together and creates a lot nicer looking Skybox. That's it for now. Cheers guys, bye.